Many years ago, in a quiet village of Eziora, a particular tradition was observed. Every baby girl born was to be betrothed within the first 7 days of her life. It was believed that a girl not chosen would bring bad fortune to her family and would be sent away never to return. When Ugomma, the wife of Ulonna, gave birth to their daughter, she was filled with the pure joy of motherhood, but her joy turned into worry. When 4 days after her baby's birth, no man had come forward. Their beautiful daughter, whom Ugomma named Chioma, was born without her right hand. Her relative whispered, and her friends cast pity glances. Yet, Ugomma held her daughter close, refusing to see her as anything but perfect. Ulonna, torn between love for his family and the village unforgiving custom, visited the town crier and asked him to spread the news once more. But as each prospective suitors come and saw the child, they turned away. Day by day, hope faded, and on the 7th day, the harsh judgment of their village elders arrived at their doorstep. "We had no choice," the head elder said with a voice as cold as the evening wind. "The law of the land must be obeyed. We are the elders and the custodian of custom and tradition. Ugomma and her daughter are to leave immediately." Ulonna stood helpless, his heart aching, as he watched his wife and newborn daughter being forced out of the village. Tears rolled down his cheeks. Ugomma's face was pale but resolute. She made up her mind to protect her daughter no matter where they had to go. As she left, Ulonna's eyes filled with sorrow whispered, "I will come to you as often as I can. I will bring what you need." Ugomma nodded, knowing that any contact would be forbidden, but deeply touched by her husband's promise. Ugomma and Chioma traveled to a faraway land, miles from anyone they had ever known. Ugomma had only a small cloth bundle of essentials, and the unfamiliar roads ahead seemed to stretch endlessly. With her baby on her back, she walked until they arrived in a small, welcoming village. As soon as she entered the village, she traced the home of one of her distant relatives from her maternal home, who was married to that village. She had visited her once when she was very young. Ugomma met her auntie Ekemma, an old woman in her 80s. Ekemma could not recognize Ugomma. Ugomma introduced herself to her auntie and narrated her story to her. Ekemma took pity on her and allowed her to stay with her. After a few months, Ugomma settled in the new village. She began to work tirelessly to rebuild her life. She found small jobs, working in farm and trading with what little money she could save. She also learned how to weave baskets. The village was well known for basket making. Ugomma's husband, Ulonna, kept his promise. He visited her secretly, bringing food and other necessary items whenever he could. Each visit was usually brief, and they spoke in whispers, their voices filled with love, hope, and sadness. Ugomma would tell Ulonna about Chioma's first smile, her first steps, and each precious milestone. Though life was hard, Ugomma's resilience and determination were unwavering. Chioma grew to be a strong-spirited child. Though life was challenging, she had her mother's strength and natural curiosity that endeared her to everyone she met. By the age of 3, Chioma showed a love for learning. Ugomma, always eager to nurture her daughter's mind, found a way to enroll her in a small community school. Chioma's teachers were amazed at her intelligence and kindness, and soon she became the top of her class, excelling beyond her peers despite her physical challenge. Her brilliance caught the attention of a local philanthropist who provided scholarship for children in need. Ugomma was overwhelmed with joy, and each passing year, she saw her daughter blossom in ways she had never imagined. Chioma pursued her studies with unmatched determination, eventually earning a scholarship to a prestigious university in the country. Years passed. Chioma graduated with honor, recognized as the brightest student in her class. The once exiled child was now a woman of strength, intelligence, character, a symbol of resilience for those who knew her. One day, Chioma approached her mother with a question that had been on her mind. "Mama," she asked, "why don't we ever visit our family back in Eziora?" Ugomma's heart skipped a beat. She had anticipated this question, yet she struggled to find the right words. "My child," Ugomma began gently, taking Chioma's hand. "Sometimes the people we love don't understand things they should. Our village couldn't see you for the blessing you are, but that doesn't change who you are." Years later, Chioma has secured a job at a prestigious company in the city, and her story was cheered by many as an example of perseverance and excellence. Yet, despite her success, Chioma's heart longed to reconcile with her family. One evening, while visiting her mother, Chioma brought up the topic gently. "Mama, I think I am ready to visit Eziora," she said, her voice steady but soft. Ugomma looked at her daughter, searching her face for any sign of hesitation. She saw only strength and peace. Ugomma nodded, squeezing her daughter's hand. "If that is what you want, my child, then I am with you." The news of Chioma's planned visit reached Eziora. Villagers who had once turned away from her birth were now filled with curiosity, shame, and a strange sense of anticipation. They had heard stories of her success, of how she had overcome every obstacle life had placed before her. Some marveled at her resilience, while others were unsure of how to greet her after the rejection she had faced. On the day of her return, Chioma dressed in a simple, elegant dress, her head held high. Ugomma walked beside her, her heart filled with pride and a quiet strength. As they walked, villagers gathered, whispers filling the air. They looked at Chioma with awe. Finally, the elders of the village approached, filled with uncertainty. one of the elders, the same man who had declared Chioma an evil child all these years ago, stepped forward, his face marked with the weight of age and regret. "Chioma, my daughter," he began, his voice trembling, "we are humbled by your strength. We see now that we were wrong. You are a blessing to this village, and we beg for your forgiveness." Turning to Ugomma, he said, "Our wife Ugomma, the entire Eziora community are deeply sorry for what you and your daughter went through these years. Please, find a place in your heart to forgive us." Chioma looked at him, her gaze steady. She had come not for their approval, but for her own peace. Yet, in that moment, she felt a weight lifted, a chapter closed. "I hold no anger in my heart," she replied, her voice calm. "I have found peace, but let it be a lesson to all of us to never judge the worth of another." With her return, Chioma became a symbol of resilience for the village. She began visiting regularly, teaching the children, sharing her knowledge, and encouraging them to pursue their dreams. She and her mother, once exiled, were now celebrated figures, respected for their journey and the strength they had shown. Eziora traditions slowly began to change. The villagers learned to see beyond appearance, to value every child for who they were. Chioma's story became a lesson for future generations, a reminder that no person's worth could be determined by outward appearance alone. Chioma established a foundation in the village, offering scholarships for girls, helping them to pursue their education and realize their potentials. The foundation was named in honor of Ugomma, the mother, who had stood by her daughter against all odds, a mother whose love had been a guiding light. Moral lesson to be drawn from this story: resilience in the face of rejection. Despite being cast out by her community due to her deformity, Chioma's resilience allowed her to rise above her challenges. The power of a mother's unconditional love. Ugomma's unwavering support and love for her daughter provide the foundation Chioma needed to thrive. Ugomma sacrificed everything to raise and encourage her child in difficult circumstances. Thank you for watching. Please share this video to your loved ones. Share your views on this story in the comment section. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel.